Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTube Ronin. I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Live from Sparkwood and 21. This series chronicles the 1990s cult classic ABC series Twin Peaks, created by the late legendary David Lynch, along with Mark Frost. Its 25 years later sequel series, The Return, which ran on Showtime in 2017, and the films of David Lynch. Joining me on this odyssey, the Superfans. Last call, Troy Pacelli.
Good evening. It is 77 degrees and mostly cloudy with a 100% chance of dark here in Chirac.
His better half, Netters Network.
Good evening.
And Flappy for President, campaign manager, Aged Boomer.
Hello, I'm happy to be here. This is, Flappy. We remember him.
Flappy for president couldn't be, any worse. So I'm all for it. Yeah.
Anyway, I liked your callback to the David Lynch weather report there, Troy.
I know. I miss him.
I miss those.
Yeah.
I miss him. I feel like he's. I feel like it still hasn't settled that he's gone in me yet.
I will say that his weather reports tended to evoke a sense of, envy in me because he lived in a very temperate region of the country. So there you go.
All right. I do want to say hello to everyone currently following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. Want to say hello to everyone currently joining us tonight in the live chat. Jamie Lynn Simons.
Hello.
All right, scrolling down. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. Connie Cleary.
Hello.
Channel member, JPRPH1. My co-host on the Mystery Movie Night podcast, Enigma Severus. Qapla' to our resident Klingon, Mark Malnikoff. Flappy for president of my serving bladder.
Oh, gosh.
Channel
Not
member,
funny.
Geek Flag, Nate Knows. If you want to die happy, vote Flappy.
I like that. I like that.
All right, Mark Malnikoff says, this is the blood wine and this is the barrel drink full and descended to Grethor. The dark is the white of the eyes and the dishonor within. All right. So, where did we leave off?
Leo just got his butt shot.
Well,
Yes, he did.
more like his arm shot, but yes.
Yeah.
Audrey
his face was
Horn.
there.
Audrey Horn was in a state of undress in a certain hotel room of one Agent Cooper.
If you want to be very specific, we specifically left off with a very unrobed Audrey Horn in Special Agent's bed. Yes.
All right. We've also had, as far as the actual investigation is concerned, it's very labyrinthian, this show, guys. And a lot going on. But as far as concerns our main plot, we do get a few clues. We do find the cabin where shall we say the night's festivities, if you can call them that, took place. We have found Waldo, the minor bird, and we've also gotten the other half of the One-Eyed Jack's poker chip. So we found a few clues along the way, and we've also had a conversation with the log lady who chides Cooper for being 2 days late.
Yeah.
And too eager to eat her cookies.
Right.
Yes.
I will say that the going through this, after having watched it straight through and then starting pretty much right over again, and watching these on a weekly basis right after having seen Fire Walk with Me, I am impressed by how well all the timelines add up. The reports of what Laura said the night before, and I was things that the log lady knew, all kinds of details are perfectly lining up. And if you really, really pay attention and really look at things with a fine-tooth comb, there really aren't any plot holes at all, which I find absolutely amazing. Trying to think if that was last week or this week, because I don't want to give away a spoiler for today. But I will say this about today's episode. Very topical, very insightful, and very character building, the way it starts out with Audrey and Cooper. We'll talk about that as it happens. I think they handled it brilliantly. It could have gone very, very differently, and I'm glad it didn't. We talked last week. Netter specifically brought up closing her eyes before she shoots. Well, we're going to see why you don't want to close your eyes when you fire. Pay attention to what you're shooting at. Don't close your eyes. That's not good for aiming. And be sure to practice good gun control, which is hitting what you're aiming for.
Up on Leo.
Yeah. And always aim for center of mass, right? And you should not miss it at that distance, but that's what happens when you close your eyes. And I think, and keep an eye or an ear out for, we always talk about when they say the title in the show, they said the thing. Well, watch for Cheryl Lee to, give a little shout out to this stream.
Oh.
All right.
Flip.
So I say let's go ahead and get started.
The Cosme link is pinned to all the chats, so let's do this thing.
It's just, Variety has reported that Flappy will try his hand at directing. He plans on directing and starring his version of To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird, I love it.
Okay. And hello to Andrea Black. You're just in time. We are about to start the episode. So if everyone could please join us over in Cosme, and we will get started. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh.
Now, here's another thing that I will say. Washing dishes, if you own the place, you need someone to wash the dishes, and that is sometimes the owner. That is sometimes the manager. That is sometimes the busboy. So that's just the way it works in a small business like that.
Is that where you hock a loogie and just get a raggedy rag and just?
Okay. No, that's a dive bar. Nice, Nate.
Yeah, I like that one, Nate. Give me that one. If you would, please.
He does kind of look horrified.
Flappy. He had a bit of a gambling problem, you know.
Yes, I had heard that.
Yes, he would fly down to Vegas after a shoot and come back, and his paycheck would be all gone. He bet it all on black every time.
That'll do it. Yes. Wait a minute. Let me scroll back in the chat. Enigma says the Asian girl is gorgeous. Yes, Joan Chen.
She was recently in the movie Oh What Fun on Amazon with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh,
Christmas movie. It's not that good.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I kept wondering, who's that neighbor? The neighbor, the Keeping Up with the Joneses neighbor. Oh, that's Joan Chen. It's been a while. She didn't look that different, actually. I'll say that for her. She's aged pretty well. That's I don't know what kind of pollutants are in that water. It's all brown. Just kidding.
Very interesting, Nate.
I still say this show needed Charles Nelson Riley to pop in at some point.
As Jose Chung.
Yes, as Jose Chung, yes. From the X-Files.
And so was I at the time. I mean, not the girl part, but
right.
Yeah. So I didn't have this problem.
Yes, Audrey Horne would have been absolutely age appropriate for me if she was the age she is playing. But Sherilyn Fenn is actually a little older than I am.
Yeah.
I don't think Wyndham Earle took those vows too seriously.
But you're jailbait.
So this is so spot on for the psychology of a girl like her. She's appealing to a guy the only way she knows how to get attention from him. And luckily it happens to be someone who's relatively pure of heart with a decent amount of wisdom to be able to say, look, regardless of what I want, what you need is this.
Laura had a lot of secrets.
Yep. That's right, Mark. No key, no nookie.
Speaking of someone getting no nookie.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because he's in the doghouse.
And you know why he's in the doghouse? Because he did get some nookie.
Yes.
Okay, Officer Fartface.
Okay, he's got his hair puffed up in that stupid way that it was in The Return.
Yeah. Very interesting the way she's answering it before it starts ringing.
Well, listen in. What's he saying there? Are congratulations in order? Someone already has a cigar. Okay, never mind. Okay.
No.
It's a whistle.
He had literally carved himself a whistle.
That's right.
We found Waldo.
Yeah. And why are you the one standing closest to it?
He's probably ready to attack it.
Ah, went into sales.
These grapes are right on the edge.
Meaning they're not all that great.
They shot Waldo, yeah.
Oh, bastards.
He's like, I like how you think.
Oh, look who it is. It's Bobby.
Yeah.
He's being watched.
Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. See? She got him in the arm. It looks like it was a through and through.
Bye.
I wonder if I'm reading too much into it, but she refers to him sounding like an animal, and I remember Sarah describing Bob as being like an animal. Yeah. James, what did James do?
James is a problem.
For pretty much nobody.
Yeah, tell that to to that guy's husband, that good lady's husband later on.
Well, that hasn't happened yet. So.
After all, his mom was a lady of easy virtue, right?
So now, because he's got a police band, he knows about Waldo.
That's a smart thing to have in this town, actually.
Yeah. Especially if you're running drugs, right? Apparently, the safest place to be when Shelly has a gun is in front of her. Yeah, I guess so.
Uh-oh.
Not so much anymore.
You're blonde. I'm sorry. Wait, no.
Well,
Miss Hayward, would you care to answer?
gentlemen prefer blondes, yeah. She's young and hot. Yeah, exactly. Bait.
Meanwhile,
Yep.
Jade.
Customer service skills.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, Mark. That's right. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in a row.
He just wants to look. He doesn't want to help. Never mind. I guess it's not that funny. Okay.
I don't think she cares, just as long as he goes.
Those things will kill you.
Yeah, but you can smoke them in a closet. No one's going to know, apparently. It's also a symbol that you're a replicant.
Or you had random footage from Legend that you couldn't use.
Right, exactly right. Big Al says, hello, my friends. Sorry I am late to drop by. Been watching the film Send Help.
Oh, nice.
I'm assuming that's the name of the movie. You're not asking us to send help. I like that smile on her face. She's like, I know what that is.
Also, Deckard is replicant. Thank you and good night.
Oh, as long as they're wealthy. Yeah, sure.
Let's not start that up again.
The unicorn is one of the most enduring symbols in mythology, and its meaning has shifted significance across different cultures and eras. Generally, it represents purity, rarity, and untamed power.
Isn't she one of those girls that went missing?
She's that one that came down off the railroad tracks. She's still in a coma. Considering you went to high school with him.
He knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah, you just wanted confirmation. Once a thief, always a thief.
Oof.
Yep.
Once a day, give yourself a present. Let it happen.
You know
Like
what Batman
Christmas?
would
Yeah.
say to this? He'd say, "Crime doesn't take a break." If you're going to take a break.
True, but we do.
That was in the Wonderful Christmas episode where Blue Beetle invites him over to his Christmas Eve
Yeah.
dinner. Says, "Crime doesn't take a holiday," and he just gets in the car and goes off.
What would have been funny though is if there was no crime committed, because crime did take a holiday.
Yes. Don't do it.
What she's doing is very, very clever. Well, this isn't so clever because she's probably not going to remember the carbon copy behind it or the indentation she just made. But she said all the right things to get the information she needed. Invitation to love.
Kablam! And Montana is down.
It's awful. Mm. Mm-mm.
Because as soon as I'm free of you, I can marry the love of my life.
Right. Tim and Tom's Taxidermy and Taxi Service.
I got my baby back, baby back, baby back.
um, uh-oh.
I agree with you, Nate. It would have been great to see Cooper and Truman in a buddy cop show.
What, taking down French drug dealers, that sort of thing? French Canadian.
See, the problem there, Mark, is you just got to remember to hold the nuts when you screw.
And we're canceled.
Yeah, right. Hey there, Wade. Good to see you. Burning down the mill. Same as it ever was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hearing two things from Cooper. First, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're onto something. But at the same time, I think you're going to get hurt. There's something more going on with her that you don't know about.
You like that?
Mm-hmm. There's that sweater again.
Mm.
No, he just left. Josie Packard. At least he's not crossing the I's and dotting the T's. I mean, from a strictly above board view, he's made the correct call here because it was irregular and he did need to look into it.
I wonder if there's something behind the scenes. I don't know, like a subtext there that I'm missing.
Yeah, she knows exactly what's happening. She knows Ben is turning on her, that he's working with Josie, and the book's missing.
Stop slipping things under his door.
She should have done it over an hour ago. It's too late now.
Interesting.
And again, I always feel like these characters that you see in the background, they all have a story too. Maybe Japanese businessman liked iced coffee in a can or something. I don't know. Yikes.
Even the donuts were shaking.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what the Bat Bird is thinking? Why can't I get one of the... Oh, no.
I know, right?
Now, why did everybody think it was Leo in season 1? Well, the guy just shot a minor bird with a sniper rifle to cover his tracks. It's
Right,
a touch much.
Exactly.
It
was always very clear that he was the red herring, right?
Pun intended?
Yeah.
No.
This is incredibly creepy. I mean, it literally raises goosebumps every time I hear that. I know, right, Mark?
Can a bird's testimony be entered into the court?
I mean, I suppose so. You can't put too much meaning into it, but you can demonstrate the bird heard these words said. Wow. I'm the cop. That look like, really? Really? For starters. You almost blew it, but you pulled it off. And nobody notices me talking into my sleeve.
They it's just the a long time ago, they didn't know how to look for that sort of thing.
Say goodnight to Uncle Leland. Oh my God, so creepy.
He's a little off.
Yes, he is. So dark. Laura's theme. Man, that's got to be rough. So what's really funny is, okay, Cheryl, we need you to wear a blonde wig that looks like a blonde wig that doesn't match your actual blonde hair.
Is he eating ice cream?
He's eating ice cream.
He is eating ice cream.
I love the hat he's wearing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know what kind of ice cream that is, right?
Butter pecan?
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry.
Funny. Very funny. With Twin Peaks, I would have figured it was a coffee ice cream, but oh well.
Right.
Damn it, Jerry.
Okay, that is a great dress.
Here we go.
Yeah. Here we go. That's a good interview.
Sold American.
Actually, Mark, this is a house of no repute. You don't see and you don't say.
Oh, are they kind of dressed like pirates? Is that the theme they got going here? Maybe not.
Right, because they meet you at the dock. Right.
Who is this character?
Jacques.
It's a great show.
Yes.
Jacoby probably records them on VHS and watches them later.
Invitation to Love. Thing is that it was on against Secret Hearts. You couldn't watch both of them.
I told you to never call me on this coconut.
On this coconut. I mean, it's kind of smart. Yeah. If there's someone there. Get back inside, ding dong.
Dude, he's wearing X-ray glasses in the shape of regular glasses.
3D glasses. Yes.
3D glasses, my mistake. You're right.
Yeah, yeah.
X-ray would look different.
Right.
Got to do the paper.
Yup.
That's pretty smart.
You've got my attention. She said the thing. She said the thing.
Yeah. Wait.
You bought it, and it's going to be costly.
He's going to be all right. Wait, what?
Okay, she told him to meet her at Sparkwood in 21. What does it matter where she was standing when she recorded that? Why would
He's trying to determine whether or not it could really be her somehow.
Yeah, well, why would he go to the gazebo though instead of to Sparkwood in 21? Doesn't matter. Gets him out of the office.
Bobby, what you doing there, huh? Dude, I'm getting some Easy Rider flashbacks.
Yeah.
Ah,
I know.
Why do they
right?
do this to us?
Because they want you to come back next week. Okay, so like I said, you get this confirmation that Cooper's the good guy, right? He goes above and beyond, partly because he is a good guy, but also because we know his background and we know he's got a lot of guilt about a relationship that wasn't appropriate in the past and all that cost him and how that's going to have more repercussions for him in the future. So at least he's somebody who, he may not be perfect, but he definitely has learned his lessons. He's increased his wisdom, right? And he is not going to take advantage of a situation because in the long run, he knows that's not good for him. That's not good for her. It's not good for anyone. We have Audrey responding well to that, but still the way a girl of her age would. You know, that whole friends, huh? But what you're saying is there's a chance, right? So she's still trying to ingratiate herself to him. She also shows she is very intelligent. She is very clever. The one thing she lacks is common sense. Doing this on her own gets her into some serious trouble here. She's in over her head. She's doing very well this far, but she's going to get herself into some real serious trouble here.
Capital T?
Yes, that rhymes with B, and that stands for Blackie. And I guess you could make the same argument about James and Donna. I'll get to Maddie in a second, but those two are also dealing with their own guilt over their feelings for each other. And they're trying to alleviate their guilt by getting involved in this investigation, again, on their own, over their head. And this is always a problem. If at any point in time, any of these kids were to go to Cooper and say, this is what I know and this is what I'm doing, maybe he could have worked with them, right? In a much safer way. But no, that wasn't the case. Maddie wants to help, but she is also, if we look at what we know of her character from the diary, and so forth, she's a little older than they are. She should know better, but she's a little bit of rowdy girl too. She's the one that got Donna and Laura to start smoking, going out with boys and so forth. So maybe she's dealing with a little guilt too. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to recapture some of her adventurous youth right now. We definitely have Dr. Jacoby, who is a flaming creeper. He absolutely is. Oh, absolutely. He's just all kinds of wrong. If he doesn't feel some kind of guilt, he should. And I think on some level he does. When they found the tape of Laura, they should have went straight to Cooper with it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Do you think Jacoby's on something?
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe not the same stuff that Jerry is, but yeah. He's on some of his own stuff. In fact, you look at the Secret History and so forth, and he talks about, his experimentation with acid and other herbal treatments, so to speak. But yeah, he had a very inappropriate relationship with Laura. I think that's putting it as nicely as you can. He should feel a little bit of guilt about it. After her death, he definitely feels some guilt. I think a lot of the people that I've pointed out that are dealing with guilt were probably very affected by what Bobby said at the funeral. We all knew she was in trouble and we did nothing. So I think that is, to some degree, also a motivator for why people are trying to do what they're doing. Still ill-advised, still unwise, but you understand why. The question isn't what he's on. I think the better question would be what he's not on. Yeah, exactly. Probably not on any speed. Laura was doing cocaine, but I don't think that was Dr. Jacoby's flavor of choice. Again, guilt is a through line here. Let's go back to Big Ed. He's definitely feeling some guilt. His whole marriage is built on a bedrock of guilt. It really is. He blames himself for how fragile Nadine is, for her losing her eye, for her mental state. He feels like he's obliged to take care of her. And every time he thinks, okay, I've done enough, I can step away, he realizes he can't. Realization time, right? How does the title tie into all of this? A lot of people coming to terms with the guilt that they're feeling, right? Now, stepping away from the guilt and getting more into the double crossing, we've got Ben, we've got Josie, we've got
Bobby with James.
Well, wait, before we get there, we got Ben, we got Josie, we got Hank, and we've got what's her name? Pete's wife. Catherine. Right. We've got those four. All backstabbing each other. Double crosses on double crosses. Right? So we have Catherine and Ben working against Josie to get rid of her, burn down the mill, turn the land over to Ben. He can sell it for the Ghostwood Estates project. Catherine makes the insurance money. They're happy. But Ben is double crossing Catherine, working with Josie. Okay, double books. That's blackmail, insurance money. Take out a life insurance policy on Catherine. With Josie as the beneficiary. And then of course you got Hank breathing down Josie's neck too, because he knows about her history with Andrew, which Ben doesn't know anything about. Marrying someone for pity is no foundation for a healthy marriage. No, many of the relationships we're discussing here are not at all healthy relationships. I did make a point when Bobby was talking about, you don't have to worry about now he wants to take care of Shelley. Right? I'll take care of everything. Right. I'll take care of Leo. I'll take care of James. And I brought it up at the time. What does James have to do with any of this? It's his own personal vendetta. This has nothing to do with what he's saying to Shelley. If Shelley was not so emotionally upset about having shot Leo, afraid he's going to come back, what am I going to do? One would think that she would be processing that a little bit and going, you're with me, right? You're not with Laura. She's dead, right? Why do you care about who she was seeing on the side? And she would be well reasoned to do that, but I don't think she's thinking clearly about that. But why exactly? Why would you still be jealous of a guy when the girl that you're jealous over is dead? She's not even in the picture anymore. He's nothing to you now. Doesn't matter. It's his ego. He can't let it go because of his ego. And this is one of those character flaws that he's going to have to learn to let go of if he's going to move on and grow up.
Yeah, it's like, who's this dead chick to you?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I know you knew her, you went to school with her, but why are you so obsessed?
Yeah. I always thought that was, it's one thing when you're the other man with a married girl and you know she's in an abusive relationship trying to get out of it. Okay, fine. But you're with a high school girl because why? When you're supposed to be with me? It's, yeah. And I don't know. Guys, help me out here. How much did Shelley know about Bobby and Laura in regards to Leo and the drug trade? Anything? I got the impression she didn't really know about that stuff.
Yeah, I got the impression she didn't know anything about his side business.
Right, because she could have been accumulating information about that to hold against him rather than getting so focused on the bloody clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense, yeah. But again, she's what, high school age? She's not thinking that way, bro.
I got the impression she was at least a year older than they were. That she would have. This is their senior year. I'm guessing this would have been last year was her senior year. I think that's how I always thought about it. Either that, or if she was in the same age group as them, she dropped out. But again, if I'm missing a detail, maybe something that came up in Secret History or something like that, let me know. But that's the impression that I got. Anyway. But really, yeah, the only thing he's got against James is his jealousy because James has done nothing to Bobby. James has really done nothing to anybody, Now, I was kind of snickering a little bit when he pulls out the bag of cocaine, and I'm like, wait a minute. Just a few days ago, you couldn't get any more coke. You had no money. There was nothing in the the football, blah, 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 blah. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, but then again, Laura's dead. She's not inhaling it all. So maybe now he's got a little bit of a stockpile.
Well, she did go through that stuff, didn't she?
Yeah. And in fact, you get the impression by especially from what you see in Fire Walk with Me, that Bobby was really only doing the coke because of Laura. He also, by that last night, came to realize that's the only reason she was with him, was because he was her hookup for the drugs. He had come to that realization. It really hurt, you know. So yeah. So I hadn't really thought about that until I just said that, but that certainly does poke at why he's using cocaine to frame James. Cocaine was what Laura loved, and I'm going to use that against her side guy. Anyway, those are all my thoughts. I'm done.
You know what I gotta say about it all?
Mm.
All those donuts ruined.
Mm-hmm.
So when we used to go to the festivals up in Washington State, every morning they would lay out donuts like that. That was part of the, arrangement. And what they would do is they'd put black feathers all over, and they drizzle raspberry jam all over.
Oh,
honestly, the raspberry jam really brought something to it. It was not a bad deal. I liked it. Yeah.
So Waldo, man, he's now in that bird cage in the sky, I guess. It's like,
He's a former minor bird. He is an ex-bird.
That was creepy when it was saying hurting me. Stop. Remember?
So it's very
the walls are closing in on Leo.
And here's another. Well, yeah. I mean, he doesn't help himself by, I mean, who do they think shot the bird? I mean, yeah, he'll be caught for that. So usually when a mimic repeats something that it's heard, like Waldo did, they sound like who they're trying to sound like. And although the voice sounded like Laura's voice, and we know that Laura was the one that said, Leo, no, you're hurting me. We know that was Laura who said that.
Right.
But who said Laura other than Ronette? But I'll tell you, that did not sound like Ronette's voice when the bird was saying Laura.
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Well, yes, exactly. Waldo is hanging out with Flappy now. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right.
It was a minor bird, and he's a lesser bird.
Very funny, very funny. But so next week, of course, we know that Ben and Jerry and the Icelanders are heading up to One-Eye Jack's, where, of course, Audrey is. Doesn't want to be seen by her dad and her uncle. That's going to be
awkward.
It's going to be very, very awkward. Of course, Cooper has to bring back a 15% return on investment when he gambles, which means he's counting cards, and he is. Which, by the way, is a little bit of foreshadowing for the return when he's winning big in Las Vegas. He just happens to have a talent in that regard.
All right. Well, I guess this is as good a place as any to wrap it up for this evening, because we do have coming up next.
Sherlock Holmes, The Silver Blaze.
Oh.
Yep, continuing our Tuesday night mystery night. You had mystery movie night, live from Sparkwood in 21, and the return of Sherlock Holmes.
Right. So we do want to remind everybody who is currently on Cosme to please stay there. And correct? We're
Yes.
staying on Cosme?
Yes.
All right. We're going to stay
Yes.
on Cosme. And you will be able to watch along with us for the next episode of the Case Book of Sherlock Holmes. All right. So we'll go one time around the horn. Boomer, what do you have coming up?
I'll be on Friday for Last Call with Troy Pacelli here, and I will also, you can join me on Geeky Geezers on Sunday with Troy and Netter.
Right on. And Troy, other than Sherlock Holmes, what do you have coming up?
Thursday, Netter and I will be appearing on Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips over on Rumble to talk about his half-continent tour, so to speak. He spent some time here in Chicago, and we're going to talk about what he saw while he was here. Friday night, as Boomer mentioned, Last Call. Still got a query out to find out if we're going to have a guest. So I can't commit to a topic until I hear back. So we will see.
Right.
And then the guest appearances like everyone else has mentioned. Yeah.
Nice. Netter.
Well, let's see. Of course, after this, I'm going to be co-hosting on Troy's channel. Well, it's going to be simulcast, my channel, his channel, for Sherlock Holmes. Thursday, for Thursday Things, I have queries out to 3 guests that are still checking their calendars. Have not gotten back to me yet. So I don't know if I have a guest. If not, I'll just be all shooting the breeze. Let's see. Then, of course, Friday, I am guest hosting on Last Call. And Troy forgot to mention that Monday through Friday, he has Liquid Lunch.
All right. Thank you.
12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. You want to make sure you tune in for that. Saturday, we will be over on my channel for Retro Cinema, where we will be watching The Fountain. And then, of course, on Sunday, I am going to be on Geeky Geezers as the one, the only Gazette. Monday, because I am a member, I will be joining Troy on Monday Members Night at the Movies on his channel. And then Tuesday, right back here again.
Right on. Okay. Well, as for myself, my next scheduled appearance will be this upcoming Thursday on simulcasting on both Outlaw Bill's channel and myself. And in place of action theater, we're going to do something a little different this week that we're calling Comedy Greats. And we are going to be watching the movie The Replacements from the year 2000 with Keanu Reeves and the late legendary Gene Hackman. Later on that night, right after Thursday Things, will be my program Coming Attractions. We get to find out what I am going to be up to in the next week, up to and including my appearance this Friday night on Films with Friends over on Big Al's channel. And this week's movie is Ultraviolet from 2007, starring Mila Jovovich. and written and directed by Kurt Wimmer, who was the writer-director of Equilibrium. Let's see, what else? Of course, the usual lineup on Sunday, which is going to be Western Cinema Presents at 4:30, Film to be Determined, Unscripted at 8, Topic to be Determined, Reserved Seats at 11, Guest to be Determined. I got a few feelers out, and if I can't get anybody, I'll come up with something. Let's see. Monday is going to be a little bit different for me, because it turns out that the mystery movie night at Regal Cinemas is going to be a double feature. So I don't know if I'm going to make the members movie night this next week, Troy. I might have to join in. Might have to join in halfway.
Okay.
But yeah, if I can make it, I can. But which means, of course, we'll be covering both films on the Mystery Movie Night podcast at 7 p.m. That'll be Tuesday night. Then, of course, join us right back here, same bat channel, same bat time, for the next episode of Live from Sparkwood in 21. All right. Any last words before we wrap it up and send everybody over to Sherlock Holmes?
I think you're all Osmo.
Yes, you absolutely are.
Indeed. All right. And as I always say at the end of every broadcast from HQ, the corner of Sparkwood and 21, and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.